Overthinking, losing sleep over unresolved issues, feeling like your needs don't matter, struggling with people-pleasing behaviors, always saying yes when you really want to say no. Anybody resonate with those things? Anybody feel the struggles? Do you bottle up emotions just to avoid conflict? Do you have trouble standing up for yourself? If any of these are something that you struggle with, then you may very well be living from a place of fear of conflict. Okay, this week in my series on fear, I'm talking about fear of conflict. And this is something that many of us struggle with, and it can be overwhelming. But avoiding conflict isn't just about dodging an uncomfortable conversation, okay? It can take a serious toll on your mental health, as I'm sure many of you know and probably experience. So it brings anxiety, it brings stress, it can bring resentment to yourself and relationships. So what can we do about all of that? How can we get over that fear and stop being so friggin' afraid of conflict? Well, I'm going to give you 3 little tips, and then be sure to follow me, because later on this week, I'm going to share a few more things about we're going to look at where this fear might stem from, because a lot of times if we can understand why we have this fear and where it came from, we can start to unlearn that habit we have of being afraid of conflict. Okay, so the first thing right now that I want to talk about is I want to encourage you to challenge your negative beliefs around conflict. Okay, conflict doesn't have to be bad. Conflict can simply be a chance to address issues and strengthen understanding, to get clarity between 2 people, okay? So look at it as a step towards clarity and growth. Now, this might sound crazy. It might be something that you have tried. This isn't going to work for everybody, but if you yourself can start to change the way you think and look at things, that's going to help give you confidence, and it's going to help guide you to what you need to do surrounding this fear of conflict, okay? The second thing is to practice active listening. This is something that is going to be huge in every aspect of your life, okay? Not just dealing with the fears, but active listening is actually taking time to just sit and breathe and listen, really hear what the other person is saying to you, okay? So often we're hearing what they're saying, but we're already ready to respond. And they may have some things to share that are going to affect what we want to say. So by practicing active listening, we're actually just sitting in the moment with them, giving that other person our full undivided attention and being present in the moment. And then when they're finished, stop, take a pause, because pausing in life is amazing. And in that pause, just reflect on what was said, take a breath, and do your best to respond and not react, but respond from a place of kindness and compassion and understanding. Okay, now this is going to take some practice. It's going to take some work. It's not always going to work, but it's definitely something to be mindful of. Okay, and then the last thing I want to share is prepare and practice using I statements. So instead of saying you never, you always, those are they kind of come across as very attacky. And instead of saying that, instead of saying you never support me, maybe try saying I feel unsupported when I don't get feedback. And by saying you feel, you're owning it, you're not putting it on them, but you're telling them how you feel, and hopefully they're going to respond a little better. And if they don't, then maybe that's going to also give you an indication of maybe there's a little bit more going on in this relationship, in this conversation, okay? So, and when you tell them, say, I feel unsupported, this helps keep the tone respectful and focused on solutions, not attacking them for what's taken place, okay? So avoiding conflict is definitely not something you want to do if you want to have a good mental health and a good relationship in the long run with yourself and with others, okay? Facing conflict with kindness and confidence can make a world of difference. You've got this, my friends, okay? Like I said, be sure to follow me because I've got more tips on building confidence, improving your mental health, and breaking through fears that are so often holding us back. All right, guys, thanks for your time. Until next time, much love and peace. Take care.